man. Detroit versus everybody, man. Detroit, we rep the hardest, man. We gain the hardest. You know what it is, man. Detroit, CJ, holla at your boy when we get home.
Don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Health Blaze, at thehealthblaze.com. 100% all natural products from lotions, soaps, foot soaks, bath bombs, and much, much more. Use the promo code Goodfella1Boxing. Tell them your boy CJ Goodfella sent you. Get 18% off. We out. All right, PBC at it again. They released the Errol Spence, Danny Garcia undercard, and it's straight trash, it's straight garbage. They want your $80. You might as well call it a full honey bun. They put on a garbage card, but let's talk about it. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. They couldn't even make Maurice Hooker versus Josito Lopez, so the card looked like Julio Cesar taking on Eduardo somebody for the WBC title eliminator at featherweight for Gary Russell belt. Don't care about the small featherweights. If it ain't Gary Russell, Josh Warrington, Zucan, that's pretty much about it. Or, you know, Emmanuel Nervete or Ruben Villa. I don't care about it. I'm tired of these little cheap cards, you know, cheap fighters they putting on these small guys. It ain't hurting nothing. All right, unless it's one of the killers down in like a Nuyawa and Roman and you know, guys like that. He's in Cesar Martinez and what's my man's name? Juan Estrada. You know what I'm saying? Care about that. Then they give y'all Josito Lopez versus Francisco. I don't know this dude's name. Francisco something. Santana, excuse me. Francisco Santana versus Josito Lopez in a welterweight by this dude and lost to everybody. Jermell Charlo. He lost a little bit of everybody. You know what I'm saying? He beat up by Abel Ramos. You can just keep going on and on. And this is supposed to be the sandwich, the middle of the fight. They couldn't even give you Maurice Hooker versus Josito Lopez. Al Heyman let these fighters do whatever they want. Even the bottom feeders of the pack or the middle of the pack and the PBC, 400 or 500 fighter roster, whatever it is, you know, they get to turn down and say yay or nay to no fights. They could make Josito versus Sean Porter. That was supposed to be in the mix. Sean Porter said no. They couldn't make Sean Porter versus Ugas. He said no. Al Heyman give these dudes too much leeway. They want you to pay $100 for this trash. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, come on. Well, I mean, at least I'll take, you know, to be honest, I'll take Josito versus John Molina 2 over this. And John Molina a cop. So people talking about, yeah, Maurice Hooker. I'm like, okay, that's solid. You know, that's a nice, I guess that's what's going to be that co-feature. I'm like, that's a nice co-feature. You know what I'm saying? I can dig it. Can you dig it, sucker? I could dig that a little bit. Still not paying $100. But, you know, friends, they couldn't find no better opponent. You know, Sean couldn't turn around and fight Josito on the undercard. Sean probably, I ain't trying to fight on Errol Spence undercard. I almost beat him. You know, they couldn't make Sean and Josito on the undercard. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, it is what it is. I would like to see Hooker and Josito. You know, but then trash, another trash card. Let's move on. Then the co-main event, Drummers Row. You have Sebastian Fondora. Okay. You fighting Lubin? Nah. Fighting Herb? Nah. I mean, he fighting, who else there? Charles Conwell, who won last night? Nah. You know, he fighting, I mean, I don't know who else out there. Who he fighting? Fight any of the killers at 154? J-Rock? Nah. He's fighting Jorge Cota, the PBC punching bag. The bust down Tatiana. I want to see you. The bust down, the PBC bust down. Him and Adrian Granados, they get bust down by more PBC fighters than the PBC groupie fans. You know, the females that be all in, I love Errol Spence. You be like, man, Errol Spence got to be hitting that chick from the back. You feel me? But at the same time, trash card. I mean, even the main event is trash. Let's keep it real. The only intrigue about that fight is how is Errol Spence going to look at the flying through a car window that he was smoking that smoke, drinking that drink, self-inflicted wound. I could see if it was like, oh boy, I remember the Titans. He's celebrating the championship, getting money, and he get hit by a car. You know what I'm saying? This dude was drinking, getting drunk after the car accident, partying in the club, about to fight with Mexicans and stuff. And I'm supposed to have mercy on him? I don't have no mercy on that nigga for a self-inflicted wound. That's your fault. You got hit. You crashed your car being drunk. You got millions and millions and millions of dollars. And you say, oh, man, I can't get one of my homeboys to drive my Lamborghini or Ferrari. Nah, you know what? I'll be all right. Let me take this E and J. Let me get this Earl and Jerk. Let me drink this and I'll be, get the fuck out of here. I'm supposed to have sorrow. Y'all trying to say, well, Errol Spence and Danny Garcia is a better fight than, it's a better fight than Kell Brook and Terence Crawford. How? For one, Terence Crawford and Kell Brook is for the free ball. It's free 99. If you paid your cable bill, it's on ESPN. Part of your cable subscription. I'm going to pay $100 for that undercard? For that? Julier Saja? Y'all don't even know who that is. For Lopez and Francisco Santana, somebody got beat up by Jared Hurd, Abel Ramos, Jamil Charlo. Come on. They don't pay for that. And then a co-main event of Sebastian Fondora taking on Jorge Cota. Look at yourself and say, do that deserve to get your $100? At this point, PBC just whipping out their penis and pissing in the boxing fans' face. You crazy. They couldn't get Hooker and... Look here, man. I'm going to give them a simple card. What they could have did was this. Gary Russell could have came back versus a title fighter on the undercard. He could have opened up with Gary Russell. Then your second fight could have been Josito Lopez taking on Maurice Hooker. If you couldn't get Maurice Hooker, and then I prefer Victor Ortiz or Madonna comeback fight. I don't know what weight he at. You could have put Adrian Broner versus Josito Lopez on there, even though he probably wouldn't have took that fight. You know what I'm saying? You could have did something. Maurice Hooker, you should have made Maurice Hooker and Josito Lopez. The co-main event, if you should have did Jared Hurd versus somebody that's not that dangerous at 54. Matter of fact, they should have just, that's a difficult one who Jared Hurd could fight. They should have did Jared Hurd and Lubin. You know what I'm saying? But then again, people going to try to fight you. Oh, what has Danny Garcia done at 147 pounds? What has Danny Garcia done? His best win is over who? Robert Guerrero. And people say, well, Kell Brook, him and Kell Brook both got 2 L's. Kell Brook beat the guy that he lost to in Sean Porter. Kell Brook, that was coming off a loss in a 13-pound weight cut. He fought Errol Spence. He probably gonna win more rounds than Danny Garcia. Now was coming off a loss, a broken orbital bone, and cutting 13 pounds. You know what I'm saying? Kell Brook, his welterweight resume is better than Danny Garcia just based off beating Sean Porter. He moved up to 154 pounds. Now he's moving back down in this fight for free versus Terence Crawford. So tell me again, how is Danny Garcia Errol Spence better? Come on, Danny Garcia best win is over Granados. Granados and Brandon Rios and who else he done fought? Rod Salka, Lamont Old Peterson, which he really lost to. Come on, man. Y'all trying to make this into that's a better fight because it's in Dallas and man, I'm about to give that whole card is garbage. It's whack. It's whack like the LDBC style. And don't forget, I got that heat coming. Tell y'all boy 78 if he don't send my boy World Breaker, Lion Killer Podcast 2 racks and donate to him, then we gonna start leaking that information about him and his wife and his criminal history that don't exist. So we gonna start exposing that man. You know what I'm saying? So he better send my boy World Breaker his 2 racks, or I'm gonna drop this fire. And if I don't get a response from him, if World Breaker don't get his money by November 1st, we gonna start the onslaught. We gonna start the onslaught. We gonna start exposing these Dominican basketball players who can't hoop. We gonna start exposing these dudes why they need y'all super chat money. Yeah, we doing it big. So y'all play with me if y'all want to. I'm gonna expose these dudes right down the line. We gonna tell y'all who the confidential informant is. But like I said before, it's a garbage card. It's a garbage fight for $100. I won't be paying for it. People say, I might fly down there. Go ahead and fly down to that bullshit. His last pay-per-view in the card, I can't remember the shine, but the Mikey Garcia card was garbage. The fight was garbage versus Mikey Garcia. You go to a boxing fight to see some knockouts. You don't see nobody go in there and give somebody a Swedish massage. He couldn't even knock out little Mikey. Now he fight Danny Garcia, who ain't been nothing throughout his 140-pound career. Let's go through the losses Danny Garcia should have. He lost to Nate Campbell. He should have lost to him. He had a close fight with Kendall Hall. He could have lost that fight. He lost to Ashley Theophane. They go 3 right there. He lost to Mauricio Herrera. He lost to Lamont Peterson. That's 5. That's 5 losses he should have had. Mayweather think he could have lost to Robert Guerrero. He didn't even win that fight. He lost to Sean. He lost to Keith. He was close. This nigga should have almost 10 losses. Y'all talk about Lomachenko losing to Salido. Danny Garcia got so many losses on his resume, bro. He would have had to repeat the 3rd grade again, bro. So at the end of the day, y'all talking about, oh, this is Errol and Danny's what boxing about. That fight should have happened 2 or 3 years ago. 2 years ago, that fight should have happened. Errol and Sean Porter should have happened 2 or 3 years ago. When Errol got that belt, Sean should have fought him for the IBF belt. Why didn't he fight for the belt? Ask Kenny Porter. Matter of fact, go back. Keith Thurman and Sean should have happened a year or 2 before it happened. When Sean won the IBF belt, Keith Thurman wanted to fight for him. Sean turned Keith down. When Keith got his chance, he gave Sean a shot at the WBA title. So really, Sean and Keith should have been in there. They should have been fought a trilogy and been done with it. Come on. Sean Porter should have fought Errol when he got the IBF belt. He was willing to go overseas and call out Kell Brook because he thought Kell Brook was going to win. So that fight should have happened. Danny and Sean should have happened 2 or 3 years ago now. Why didn't it happen? Danny Garcia talking about he retired fighting Brandon Rios. He need a tune-up. Get out of here. Sean and Dennis Ugas should have been fought a rematch just this past year. Why not? Why we got to sit through him fighting Greg Valenti and Sean fighting Sebastian Baby Formula? Why we got to sit through that? So y'all happy with stale popcorn? When you go to the movies and they give you stale popcorn, would you be happy with it? No. This is stale popcorn. Danny and Errol should have been fought 2 or 3 years ago. But y'all, Terence Crawford, he's fighting Kell Brook. But y'all just said y'all was riding Derek James Dick. Oh, this is going to be his toughest fight. Oh, he ducking Kell Brook. Now the narrative changed. So these niggas who ain't got $100 in their pocket gonna say, well, I'm gonna support the Danny and Errol fight. Well, show me your pay-per-view receipts. Show me your pay-per-view receipts. Please do. There ain't no pay-per-view receipts. Show me your pay-per-view receipts. But y'all sure be tuned in for free when the Top Rank got the fights for free. Y'all be tuned in on Lomachenko next week versus Teofimo Lopez. No, you hardcore PBC cock riders, y'all sit there and you watch PBC terrible cards on FS1. Y'all make sure y'all pay $100 to see Stanky Tanky versus Duck Cruz. Y'all make sure y'all tap in to pay $100 for Errol Spence and Danny Garcia. Y'all do that. Y'all support y'all fighters. Make sure you pay that $100. If you go into the fight, make sure you get you a t-shirt or something. Because I'm not supporting no whack fight. There ain't no fucking entertaining fight. Danny Garcia don't even have a signature win at 147. I said it again. Danny Garcia don't have a signature win. Tell me what's his signature win at 47. Guerrero? That's after Guerrero got his face beat in by Thurman and got beat up by Floyd Mayweather. And let's not forget, Robert Guerrero started off at what? Super featherweight. And don't forget, Orlando Salido beat him first. Even though they took the win away. Come on. Y'all acting like he don't have a good win, a Hall of Fame worthy win at 147. And then this is a guy that should have 8 losses. 8 losses. You feel me? So, I mean, everybody gonna have their opinion on, oh, this fight is the best. No, they're just going off names. Danny Garcia is a journeyman at 147 pounds. The only intrigue about the Errol Spence fight is how Errol Spence gonna come off the accident. This ain't like Errol Spence was walking down the street. Da-da-da-da-da. I'm eating, drinking my lemonade, sipping on my lean. Ooh. Somebody hit him. No, this ain't no Pernell Whitaker. Rest in peace to him. He was drinking and driving. Y'all, stay up, Errol. Stay up, Errol. You gonna pull through, Errol. I don't give a fuck about that nigga driving, crashing his own car. That's his fault. That's his fault. He could have hurt somebody's kids or family or stuff of that nature. They don't get no, stay up, Kane. You know, you hope a brother pull do. He gonna learn, live and learn. But then after he get healthy enough, this motherfucker still in the club smoking and drinking. Do I have a dog in the race? I'm not going for racist Danny Garcia and Angel Garcia. And I'm not going for Errol Spence, who won't make the biggest fight in boxing. So if they both so happen to knock each other out like Rocky and Apollo Creed and Rocky 2, so be it. If they both catch the COVID virus and the fight off, it don't make me no difference. At the end of the day, we tired of the bullshit with PBC. If you're not going to make the biggest fights with other promoters, let me give y'all a hint. At least make Leo and Gary Russell if this fight fall out. And I hope these fights fall off over COVID. Fuck them. Make Leo and Gary. Make Earl and Keith. You know what I'm saying? Ain't too much Charlo got to do but get the last belt, so I ain't tripping on him. Make Jamal Charlo and David Benavidez or Caleb Plant. All you got to do is make Andy and Luis Ortiz. That's a solid fight. But that's pretty much it. But it is what it is. Don't forget we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We got a Facebook group. You need to reach out. You got a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video question, want to talk some shit and get blocked. Go ahead. You got people all the time. You hating on Earl, man. Why, man? I ain't hating. I'm just presenting the facts. But I'll block you. It don't make me no sense. What people do outside of here don't make me no difference. The best way to hurt me is not watch. People love watching. These niggas love drama. But don't forget, you can follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Hold now, the link's in the description. Want to make a donation? Best way to do that is share the video. Cash App CJ Good 313. PayPal link in the description. One time for the one time. It's your boy CJ Goodfellow Sports TV. We gone.
Belief about
I'm on the phone.
You on the phone?
Yeah.
You looking at my baby?
No, I ain't looking
right?
at him. I'm good.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, man. Next time we come outside, don't be staring and shit like that. I don't like that.
I wasn't looking at him.